Good morning, good morning, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the sarcastic barman and welcome to my channel.
You're an idiot.
Your argument's fucking stupid.
You dropped on the head as a child.
To some stupid, ignorant, ignoramus, the ignorant stupidness. Got a bit of goddamn stupid that's gonna make me scream.
No, you cocked that up, didn't you?
You want me to think the human body can go that fast without being smushed to a pancake?
I do the most stupid things in the world.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the sarcastic barman and welcome to See You Next Tuesday, a show that's 40% perspiration, 23% inspiration, 85% constipation, and 69% ejaculation. I probably should have paid more attention in maths at school. But joining us this week, we've got the one and only Irish Demon. Thank you very much for getting up at 4 in the morning. Just before we say hello to you, we better say a big thank you for Colon for once again running the show and helping find the stupid. Colon, how's it going?
All good, barman. Just ready on the buttons, keeping it fun, and saying hi to my good friend Irish. All right, dude.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you. So yeah, 4 a.m. in the morning. You've been very kind joining me for this. Thank you.
It is. I still currently live in upside down land. So yeah, the time zones are a killer over here. I do a lot of my international sex god trading at nighttime, so it's no problem to me. I run in the stock markets at 4 in the morning. I work for NASA now, so I get good stock insights and things like that. So I have to be up early for that anyway. So
I was going to say you've passed that 4K now, so you're officially a NASA shill, aren't you?
Officially a NASA shill now. I got a call yesterday from Werner von Braun. He is still alive, by the way. Just want to put that out there. Adrenochrome. So he called me yesterday and he was like, "Welcome to the party." And I was like, "Thank you." And so just start investing all that NASA shillatry money. And I have to be up super early for the stock exchange.
I love to think that after 80 years, he's still got a German accent.
Oh, yeah, 100%. He was like, "I'm never letting that down. It's all I'm allowed to keep from those days." And so I was like, "Look, I hear you, man. You don't want to keep the other stuff, that which shall not be named stuff."
Oh, awesome. So we're coming up to you're planning your 5K already, and you're getting a tattoo on your ass. apparently.
Pretty much. I know it sounds a bit big-headed to have just had my 4K special and to be already planning my 5K. But there is a reason for it. We're going to be doing a charity show where I'm going to be getting a tattoo live on the air for charity. So yeah, we're looking for people to give us some ideas for tattoos. I have a long list of ideas already, so we definitely have some really good ones there. And yeah, I'll be doing that live just after we get past the 5K. Johnny O from the Plot Hole is going to be running the show, and I'm basically going to be calling in on Skype live and showing you guys me getting the tattoo live on the air. So we haven't decided exactly how we're going to do it yet, but we'll get there. And we haven't decided which charity yet. So that's all going to be up for vote over on my channel before I go and get it done. So yeah, that's going to be super exciting and kind of scary because people are mean and they're going to pick the meanest one for sure.
Of course they are. Of course they are. This is why I think a leprechaun humping a domed earth sounds quite fun.
I quite like that one. I'm pretty down with that one. The only problem is I'm getting it on the back of my leg. So, and I wear shorts at work. It's just part of the new NASA uniform. And again, being like an international sex god, I will be seen naked quite a lot. So I have to be careful what I put on my legs. But we'll see. We'll see what gets voted in. That one is on the list. So I'm kind of hoping they don't vote that in. But
see, I hope they do. And I hope for charities, my vote's definitely going for something like Mind or any sort of mental health charity.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking mental health myself too. I was just recently officially diagnosed with ADHD. It was always a kind of ADHD suspect my whole life, and I've been diagnosed in the past with PTSD, and now it's kind of been upgraded to what's known as complex PTSD. It's just a more specific type of PTSD, and so after that, I realized how expensive it was. First of all, it cost me thousands of dollars just to essentially get this diagnosis, get the kind of right treatment, and it takes months and months and months. And my partner, Mrs. Demon, works in the medical legal system, so she deals with a lot of people with mental health issues, and it's sadly really difficult even now in the modern day to get access to those services, and extremely expensive. Even for those who have, like free medical care, like in the UK and Ireland and in Australia, it's still really, really, really difficult to get access to those services. So yeah, I think I might kind of narrow it down to mental health charities because I think it's something that's massively overlooked, unfortunately. So
oh hell yes.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Michael Raptor's got a good bit of a joke in there in regards to ADHD. I like to joke that the reason I'm pansexual is because my ADHD makes it too hard to focus on one gender.
That's a fair enough. That's a fair enough point. I could see that being the case.
Critical Cripple says the tattoo clearly should be his avatar, which is Dr. House in the yellow background, which is quite good.
I mean, I'm open to it. I'll put it on the list. If it gets voted for, then I'm down for it. I just hope that, Donald Trump doesn't get involved and it'll be very Fred, the likes of which you've never seen, and I end up getting a dick tattooed on my dick.
As long as he pays charity,
as long as he pays, hey, look, I'm happy to go full Chinese Communist Party and just leave him win every time. If the money goes to the right charity, I'm totally cool with that.
See, that's what you do. You set a goal of, if I get £50,000 donated to the charity through this link, then I'll have a dick tattooed on my dick.
I will do that. I will put my hand on my heart and say, yes, I absolutely will get a peen on my peen if I get 50 G's. But I get to keep half of it.
Barman.
Yes.
I don't think it's a good idea having Dick Dawson tattooed on his dick.
Oh, God. I would never get laid again.
Oh, can you imagine actually getting a bloke's name tattooed on your dick for charity? That would be wrong beyond all.
That would. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think I would probably never get laid again. I don't think Mrs. Demon would be able to look past it. Wait, that might have come out slightly wrong. I just realized how
boy.
that might have sounded. But it's actually kind of true though. So
Oh, love it. But yeah, your channel has exploded over the last month. Fair play to you. I was just having a look what you are now, 4.26, something like that.
yeah, I think it's sorry.
No, go on.
I was just checking it. So before I went to bed, it was 4,260, which was 3 hours ago, and now it's 4,000, just shy of 4,300. So yeah, definitely YouTube seems to be pushing me a bit in the algorithm, which is great. But yeah, over the past few months, it's definitely picked up quite a bit. So yeah, quite happy with that.
Yeah, no, well deserved. I've been nosy. Social Blade has you for 920 subscribers for January, so that's nothing to complain about.
Ah,
cool.
right. I never even checked that. That's awesome. That's fucking wicked.
Social Blade's dead handy. But how
Yeah.
much?
Quick one, Barman.
Go on.
Yeah, so how are you finding those shorts that have been coming through? Because I've spotted a couple of your little short videos. You have to do them in a certain portrait, don't you?
Yeah, you have to do them in portrait. And the problem with it is just because you put like hashtag short on it doesn't automatically make it a short. So it can really fuck your numbers if YouTube decides for whatever reason that they're not going to make it a short. So I had one video that I put up, and my videos were averaging about 3,000 or 4,000 views per video at the time when I started doing it first. And then I did a short, which for whatever reason didn't go through as a short, just went through as a regular video. And it absolutely killed me in the algorithm. And the next few videos after it only got like 700-800 views within the first few days. And so, yeah, it's a fickle mistress. For once, I kind of wish I lived in India because they have a separate section of YouTube, like a beta function where you can just put up shorts. So you're guaranteed it's a short. Honestly, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it unless you can be sure it's a short and count it differently in the algorithm. Yeah.
Well, from the sidelines that I've been looking at, a lot of the channels are actually doing little short channels themselves. So Mr. Beast has Mr. Beast Shorts. Right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Irish
that's
Demon
a great
Shorts.
idea. I might have to look into that. That's actually a really good idea. Definitely.
Yep. Then just link it across to yourself from your vid runs.
Yeah.
Just say,
I'll have to let my handler at NASA know because everything's got. Hold on, this isn't live, right?
No.
No,
it's not live. We're all right. We're all right. Shh.
We'll just keep it between the 60 of us. It's all good.
Oh, but I was going to ask how much influence from Pratt do you think has had on your sub growth? Because I found I did that Pratt week last week, and fair play, people seem interested in watching Pratt videos. I don't know why.
Right. I find that what I found was when I started off first, my very first ever video was about Nathan Thompson, and he's not good for much, but he's definitely good for views. And I actually thanked him one day. I emailed him. I was like, hey, thanks for putting up that video on your channel that got 200 views because I've just gotten 6,000 out of it and made $20 in ad revenue. So thanks for the, I think I said thanks for the coffee and cakes. And I didn't get a response, unsurprisingly. But yeah, the feud with Daniel Pratt was definitely an interesting one because he, like a lot of people make videos about him, but man, does he hate me. He really doesn't like me. So it seems like me making a video about him really triggers him for some reason. I don't know what it is, because people are way meaner than I am to him. But he goes after me like crazy, man. So he just kept feeding fuel into the fire. And then he challenged me to a live intelligence test and said, I bet he won't accept it. And I was like, I accept. And then he was like, uh-oh. And then he backed out immediately and ran off like a little bitch. So I kind of ragged on him for that a while. And yeah, it's fun. I love having a feud with him because it's easy. He's so stupid. So like Nathan Thompson doesn't get roped into those feuds with Daniel Pratt. And I keep saying it to him. I'm like, you keep eating out of my hand. I'm telling you that I'm going to do this video to trigger you so that you will make another video. And it's exactly what he does every single time. He's just so stupid.
See, I had no response on him. 7 videos and he didn't even comment. Like,
I know. I was like, what the fuck? Because I was watching those videos and I was like, oh, I can't wait for him to do a response video to this. Johnny O did a video about him, or 2 videos, I think, about him. He didn't respond to those. Glober Mom did a video. I'm not sure if he responded to her video. And I'm like, God, this guy really hates me for some reason. He sees me as... And the thing is, my arguments and the things that I say to him, they're not even that mean. Like I'm not too harsh on him. And yeah, he just hates me a lot, man. So yeah, I mean, I'll take the hate.
Yeah, fair enough. Owlman's just put in chat, Daniel Pratt has a big old man crush on Irish Demon. He just won't admit it.
I think so too. I think he just wants to be me. I think that's his problem. He's jealous because you know, everybody's seen my OnlyFans by now and know that I've got a, 2.5 foot long penis.
That was your leg. That was your leg. We tried pointing that out to you. The small thing between your legs. That's what the people are more interested in.
Look, leg, penis. We won't split hairs here.
Globe Mum saying she didn't get a response from Pratt this time round either. So it's literally you. Just literally you. How many channels has Daniel Pratt lost?
I just annoy him. So since I started making videos, he's now on his 4th. And I've been, I guess, to some extent responsible for deleting 2 of them. So maybe that's why he hates me so much. The first time around was when I did a few videos where I went after some child abusers, we'll call them. And I went out and I hunted them down and I confronted them. And yeah, those videos got a little bit of traction. And then he started calling me one of those. And people just went on the offensive on his channel and got it shut down. And then this most recent round was very similar. He started, calling me those things again and others. And he started using a lot of really bad anti-Semitic language. And so, yeah, people saw my video and then went over and got him shut down again. So I think maybe that's why he dislikes me to some extent. So, yeah, he's had 2, but apparently he's had a few more. I think he's had a few more shut down before I came on the scene. So, yeah, poor little fella.
We'll have to get a list going and you can put it in the top corner of your videos next time you do a Pratt one. Pratt has lost this many times. Just have a running total because it's going to keep going up over the years.
Oh, yeah, like a Team Skeptic dinger just in the corner, just fucking bing, 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 bing.
When doing a live stream, it suddenly goes, ding, Pratt's just lost another channel. That's the day you
I think, yeah. If Irish wants it, I'll send him over that little Pratt video that I had on here last week with you guys.
Oh, yes.
After our Pratt week, we did that one. But Pratt shows he's not a video engineer.
Yeah, with the missile.
Yes.
There's a missile.
I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, do send it to me. That'd be hilarious.
It was good.
Oh, yeah.
Just quick ones from chat. Jutmonk the Drunk Monkey. Pratt has had a pop at me, though. And good evening, Jutmonk the Drunk Monkey. Insider also says, I think Irish Demon confused 2.5 foot with 2.5 inch. And yeah, that was it from chat at the moment. Oh, there we go.
Check my OnlyFans.
It's a problem between imperial and metric. That's what the problem was. We've got a couple.
Big is big, no matter what. Big is big, no matter what measurement you use. Is all I'm saying.
It's all perspective.
It is
exactly.
Perspective. Is it flat as well, or does it curve? Don't want to know.
It's completely flat. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's kind of disconcerting.
Long, but it's like an A4 piece of paper in thickness.
It's like a belt.
Oh, God. Oh, these streams go mental. We have got a couple of videos we can have a laugh at together this evening. And
Sounds
as you can
good.
see, here's the TV, the actual TV in my pub, which is even more amusing. What was this first one? Because you picked this first one, didn't you, Colon?
Oh, yeah. This first one's a throwover of a compatriot of our Irish demon.
Oh, dear.
Oh, enjoy Irish. I think you're going to go nuts.
Oh, I
And do
will.
you realise that you would have no clue about Corona if your television hadn't told you? Or any mainstream media? You wouldn't really have a clue, would you? You wouldn't know there was a pandemic. And if there was a pandemic, you wouldn't
This
even need them
clown.
to tell you. It'd be so obvious. A deadly pandemic would be obvious. You wouldn't need anyone to convince you because you'd see it with your own eyes.
That was it. It's only a short one, but Jesus.
Yeah. I can't remember her name, but yeah, she was on Irish media for a little while.
Yeah, Grace Ann Kelly.
That's the one. And I remember my brother, my older brother Phil and myself, we chat all the time. He's back in Ireland. And he messaged me. He was like, have a look at this fool. And I was like, oh, please don't tell me it's another one of these COVID people. And he was like, yeah. I was like, I'm not watching that shit because I'll just get too angry. But man, it breaks my heart to see people from my homeland so stupid. I'm like, her and that guy, what was that Irish flat earther? What was his name? Brian's Logic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my sweet
man.
Jesus. I was like, how, like, I mean, our people died for our country to exist, and you people come out with this stuff. I was like, come on, man. Yeah, she's painful. And not Gemma Collins, what's the other one? Gemma something. She's another clown. Oh man. Drives me mad that people are that stupid.
No, that doctor as well. What was her name? Oh, that's going to bug me now.
I know
Colin,
who you're
you know all
talking
these
about.
people.
I try not to, honestly, but there is one of the guys you're talking about. He used to be on YouTube. He got kicked off. He's now on something called Brand YouTube, hiding out of the way. He does his cartoon characters. He used to do lots of debates.
What's his name?
I'll have to hunt him. No, he's begins with C. Oh, I'll have to hunt him down. Back in a minute.
You let me know.
I think I found the one I was thinking. Is it Sherry Tenpenny? No, that's somebody else. There's too many nutters now. It's hard to keep track of them all.
Exactly.
Though I have been struggling to find any decent videos for this week for an actual decent length video. Found all the flat earthers are just doing exactly the same rubbish, and very few of them have bothered to address NASA's moon landing. I thought, oh, they'll all be jumping on it. No.
They're too stupid. They're too stupid to break it down. Like a few of them kind of went after the Perseverance landing. And I was on that like shit on a blanket. I was shredding into them because they couldn't really come up with anything basically intelligent in any capacity, unsurprisingly. Like CC here, Chris from New York, that clown. He did one about the helicopter. He's like, it goes like this, and helicopters, they're supposed to lift up wind. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go. And, you know, like, again, unsurprisingly with flat earthers, a couple of minutes, literally a minute of research would tell you exactly how that helicopter is supposed to work on the Martian surface. But no, that would be too easy to just do some very basic research. And that guy,
Dirth.
Yeah, I just call him Dirth.
It just sounds like an insult, though, doesn't it? Dirth.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, fucking Dirth. He commented on that video that I made, and he was like, well, how come we can't get helicopters that can go above 10,000 feet? And I was like, I think the majority of helicopters go above 10,000 feet, first of all. And second of all, we literally can show you how this machine works on Mars. That helicopter does not fly on Earth. Like the Ingenuity helicopter will not fly on this planet. It is not designed to. If you try to, it won't lift off because it's designed for an environment where it's 3 times lighter than on Earth. And they just don't get it. They're too stupid, man.
I was going to say, you saw Dubai last week, and he was doing, oh yeah, it's all fake, and he did the normal sort of, look, Mars isn't even real. Here's a badly focused picture. Okay,
Exactly.
And he does the thing of the parachute wouldn't work. Well, yeah, it would. Here's the maths for it.
Yes, it would, and that's exactly it. And like, if you actually look at the telemetry data from any craft that goes to Mars, so when a spacecraft lands on Earth, it's got two types of entries. Generally speaking, you have your ballistic entry where it comes straight down. Obviously, that's really fast. It's really dangerous. The craft can burn up much easier. Or else you have, I can't remember what the longer entry is called. Essentially, it comes sideways through the atmosphere, which slows it down, which is a very good example of a craft that did that was the space shuttle. And that's why it had such thick heat shielding on the leading edges of the wings and the nose and stuff like that. So spacecraft landing on Mars has to come in at a really shallow angle because it's obviously got a lot less atmosphere to slow it down. But then you also have only about a third of the gravity.
Yeah.
So that's, you basically divide what you would do on Earth by 3, but then you also have to multiply it by 60% or 30%. It's complex for sure, but it's, ask PhD Tony, he'll figure that out in 10 seconds. But like, it's unreal. They're just so stupid.
Oh, they are. And it's the same arguments over and over again. It's fake. Why? Because it's got to be. So hang on a minute. You take the piss when we've got the guy who's making the fucking videos and movies and pictures of Earth going, it's fake because it's got to be. But at least we understand it's photoshopped and it's got to be because of the satellites and distances and everything like that. You knobs. We don't have big ones anymore.
Like I asked a flat earther recently about the Himawari satellite. So about, I guess it must have been about 6 weeks ago. I work on the road, so I do 16-hour days some weeks on the road, and in Australia we get like flash forest fires. So you could be out driving, and within 10 minutes a forest fire can cover an area the size of Wales. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's really quick. There's a lot of dry tinder everywhere, and it just goes up. So you need to know when these things are going to happen or where they are. And I was in a place called Ellenbrook, which is to the northeast of Perth, where I live, and I could see smoke off in the distance. So what did I do? I pulled up the Himawari 8 app, and I could literally see the forest fire in real time, and I knew exactly where it was. And we did a test where Mrs. Demon was like, oh, hey, there's a forest fire. I said, hold on, don't tell me where it is. I'm going to look it up on a satellite and tell you where it is. So I looked it up on the Himawari, and this was a different time. It was to the southeast of Perth. And I was like, this is exactly where it is, Kwinana. And she was like, yeah, how'd you know that? I was like, because it's on this satellite. And when I asked it, they said, it's balloons. I'm like, so there happens to be a balloon flying over Perth every 10 minutes. Are you serious? Yeah, it's just unreal.
Wasn't that a big thing not long after Himawari was launched? They found a wildfire in the middle of Mongolia or something like that.
That's right.
No one around for hundreds of miles. But
hundreds of miles. And it saved thousands of lives, because those little villages in the middle of the bush, or well, the rainforest, I guess, they don't have access to any amenities whatsoever. So somebody was watching. Obviously, there's always somebody monitoring it, and they were like, oh shit, there's a huge bushfire that nobody knew about, but thanks to satellite technology we knew. But it's okay, it's all just balloons.
Well, N. O'Hara in the chat says the satellite is glued to the side of the dome.
Makes perfect sense. They put a CCTV camera on there. I had one guy say, well, if that's the case, how come it only shows over Australia and Japan? I was like, because it's in geostationary orbit. It matches the rotation of the Earth. Oh, convenient. I was like, yeah, convenient, because that's what it's fucking designed to do. It's like, wait, if I turn the key in my car and it starts, that's not convenient. That's what it's designed to do.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Imagine that. Something designed to do a specific job is doing its specific job. Who would have thought of it?
I never would have thought that something that would have literally cost billions of dollars and thousands of man hours to create would actually work. How about that?
Yeah. Here's the best answer for that one: be, does your microphone take pictures? No. That's funny, isn't it? Not fucking designed to do that. Knob.
Interesting, that. Yeah, man. It's unreal. It's unreal. But trying to reason with these people is like trying to reason with a goat. It's just not going to happen. It's never going to work. They're just too stupid.
So Colon, I see your hand.
Yeah, just remind you it's half past. You're probably about to say that anyway, so there
I
you
was
go.
literally about to say that, yeah. So
Awesome.
the one that we've been having fun with since we've been doing See You Next Tuesday is finding silly TikTok videos. So we've got
Awesome.
funny, stupid. We tend to do like idiot sandwich style things on them, but some good talking points normally. I think you'll enjoy this first one though. Colon, if you want to hit play on it, you can.
Okie dokie, here we go.
Who should have never been born? Gingers? Who's adopted? Gingers? Who belongs with floating turds in the fucking toilet bowl? Gingers? Gingers are leprechaun, evil Irish, little drunks. They should all be killed at once. Kill them and...
Oh, shit.
That's cost me the entire advertisement for this stream,
Worth
so
it.
it had to go. It was so worth it.
Totally worth it. And I agree.
See, my sister's ginger, but I couldn't argue that point. So after this stream, I'm going to send her that video. I didn't want to send it beforehand because I know what she's
I've got
like.
a few people that I could send that to. Obviously, I'm from Ireland, so my school was about approximately 92% gingers. So, yeah. There wouldn't be many of us left if there was a ginger side.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. But
I think it's just natural progression over in Ireland.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's worse. Are they ginger hair and freckles as well?
Yeah, we have the whole package.
Yeah.
And it's most of, like, literally my school, for some reason, I don't know if it was the inbreeding in my area, because I grew up in a country area where, like, you know, uncle, cousin, daddy, and it was just like, yeah, there was gingers everywhere, man. There's just so many. It was like a ginger cult in the village that I went to school in. I was the weird one because I had black hair, but yeah, it's so weird.
Clive Wells and go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, do they leave school with a tam o'shanter?
Yeah.
Clive Wells in the chat saying gingers don't have souls. I want to make a correction there. For every soul a ginger steals, they get a new freckle.
That makes sense.
Ow.
So, you know, if you got a ginger covered in loads of freckle, they've eaten so many souls. It's unreal.
I feel like gingers are the only people that are happy to go bald or grey. Do gingers go grey?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a new one on me. Let me look that up. That's fascinating.
Critical Cripple says there was only one ginger bloke a couple of 100 years ago. He got out. He got about a bit.
Gingers never go grey. Oh my god! So even the aging process doesn't fix that shit. Red hair will never go grey. It simply fades to a white rose gold. That's just a fancy way of saying slightly less ginge. Damn.
Just remember the important thing, though, Irish. Because you are part Irish, there's a chance you could have ginger kids one day.
I found a ginger
recessive
hair
gene.
in my beard. I found a ginger hair in my beard once.
I do as well. I think most people find the occasional ginger hair, and it is very worrying. It's like, oh God, am I just going to turn ginger overnight?
It's like, is it going to break out? Am I going to like wake up like an orangutan? It's terrifying. It's the scariest thing that I've ever seen. It really
It's
is.
when you find it in your pubes. That's when you're in trouble.
That you're in big trouble, especially when it's not your own.
Oh, the Global Mum's comment. My mother was a ginger, so she had no soul. And that makes me half ginger, so I have half a soul. And soul collecting explains why I have so many freckles. Thanks, Sarcastic Bowman. You're welcome, Global Mum. Should we play the next clip, Colon?
Let's do it.
Okie doke. Let's see where we get to. Work. Please work. Please work.
The joys of TikToks. They're all less than 1 minute.
One of the easiest ways to prove that the Earth is flat is actually just to analyze international and domestic flight paths. When you analyze these flight paths like this one, probably from LA to Melbourne, Australia, they make absolutely no sense. This is for two reasons. If the Earth is in fact round, the flight path would be cut exactly in 73% if you went up from LA and down up to Melbourne. Of course, this would be the case if the world is circular, as scientists will say. But instead, because the Earth is flat, we do go in that parallel line. My second contention is actually with the altimeters. We can notice altimeter data throughout the flight. The altimeter only directly responds to an actual movement by the pilot. The altimeter itself never changes altitude. The only way this is possible is if the Earth had zero curvature. Let me show you visually. This is what they tell you the world looks like. If a plane is traveling, it would constantly have to adjust its altitude in order to stay flat. Thank you for your time.
Thank God TikTok videos are only 1 minute.
Oh my
Just
god.
no. Just no. Oh,
The
God.
flight
Can I
times
just-
thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, and can I just go one little thing? Being an aircraft engineer, that drives me nuts. Altimeter? What the frick? Even the text.
What
couldn't
is an
pick it up properly.
altimeter? That was
Yeah,
the
he was
first
calling
thing
it
that came.
altimeter.
An altimeter. I was kind of like, when he said it, my face turned a bit. I was like, altimeter. That's not the word. Like, man, these people are just like, flight times on a flat Earth do not work. Certain flights will be twice as long as they actually are. One of the ones that they love to use is a flight from, I think it's Argentina to Sydney. And they're like, well, if that's the case, why do they need to fly to, Chicago and then California and then Sydney? It's like, well, that's not true. First of all, there is direct flights. So
Sydney, Santiago.
Flat Earth busted. Sydney, Santiago. So flat Earth busted, first of all. And another reason why they do a lot of those stopover flights is some of those flights are just not that popular. So why would they waste time doing it, basically? It's silly.
Yeah, a very simple point on that is Emirates have their base in Dubai. They fly through Dubai because it gives them ad revenue.
Absolutely. It makes perfect sense. But, who needs sense, right?
No, I went through a lot of these the other week because there was the normal sort of the flight pass and things like that. Why did the 1989 or whatever Brazilian football team? Why did they go up to America and then down to Australia? It's like, well, because there wasn't a flight that went that way. The airport they flew out from, the biggest plane that flew out of that airport could do X thousand miles, which mean it just got to America and then it had to come across to bloody Australia. The simple things of looking things up it's lost on flat earthers. They say to us, no, do your own research. Yeah, cool, I have. It really doesn't help you at all.
Exactly. It never does. It's like, because the research always proves that they're wrong. And like, that's the thing with a lot of these guys. It's like they make a claim and you go, okay, click, 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 click. Oh, well, there's your answer. Like, it's literally right there. Like, you don't even need to really dig. And then they just say, oh, that's just planted by NASA. It's like, oh, okay. You're too stupid, so therefore NASA. Fair point.
That's usually the ones. Do you have the next one, Colon?
Yep, incoming.
Okay.
I apologize now. This is bad one.
Tell me you were born before the year 2000 without actually telling me.
If we wanted to record a film off the TV, we needed to buy a paper copy of the TV guide to find out when it started. We'd also need a VCR or video cassette recorder and a video cassette.
Oh, it stopped.
With two spindles around which
We have to
celluloid
jump.
film would spin. You would stick the cassette into the recorder and program it to start recording whenever the TV guide instructed you. Of course, programs and films never started on time, so you ran the risk of recording the last 3 or 4 minutes of the program before your film started. This meant you could lose the last 3 or 4 minutes of your film and never know how it ended. Woe betide you if you missed the showing of this film, because it wouldn't be repeated for years. And if you recorded it from a commercial station, you would then have to endure the constant ad breaks that you would fast forward through because you hated them. But yeah, go ahead and tell me that Netflix sucks. Hit the plus sign for more common sense content.
Oh, God.
I do like his channel. It's got some funny shit.
I love
on it.
that.
Yeah, damn. I just reset the video. Give a second.
Oh, no. He broke it.
Yeah, I broke it. Damn. I need to shoot myself. Come on,
Yeah.
where are
Yeah, I think I've sandwiched in the silly ones with some flat Earth ones this week. I thought,
Yeah,
oh, these will
okay,
be
no
good.
problem. He's a good bloke. I'm starting to like this guy because he was on last week as well. So
He was.
he's
I think he'll be on
definitely
most because he does do some good bits. So we'll have to leave it up for anyone rewatching this video. You have to tell us in the comments down below you were born before the year 2000 without telling us you were born before the year 2000. So that should be amusing for people. Show the age. Oh,
I will just say Atari game system with only 2 buttons.
Spectrum ZX81. I just say Jutmonk. I haven't come across your TikTok yet. I have tried searching. You have to pop me a message on Discord or leave a comment so I can find it. And then you've got to find mine because I've had to set up a TikTok channel as well. There's about 3 things on there, but that's about it. But it's fun. So that washes the brain clean of the flat earthness. Should we have some the next one of flat earth stupidness?
Sounds
sure.
good.
Let's roll it in. Apologies, a little bit before the end. Here we go.
You hated them. But yeah, go ahead and tell me that Netflix sucks. Hit the plus sign for more common sense content.
Here we go.
If the Earth is flat, then that means we were created by intelligent design and are not just advanced monkeys on a spinning ball going nowhere, but instead, our lives have a purpose and meaning. Humanity knowing its true origins and potential will cause an awakening which will destroy all the other lies we have been told. It isn't about the actual shape of the Earth that is the true matter. It's about the lie. The very fact that the psychopaths running our world would lie about the place beneath our feet shows the importance of knowing about the true shape of the Earth.
And they're normal.
The globe Earth model opened doors to many Freemasonic deceptions, such as Darwinian evolution and alien space invaders. The flat Earth truth is one of the most important truths we can know, and it will bring down the system that has enslaved us and free humanity from the greatest of all deceptions.
Infested TikTok.
Oh, good God.
So what I'm trying to figure out here is, even if the Earth was flat, right? He makes this claim at the start where he's like, because the Earth is flat, it means we were designed by an intelligent... How does that follow? How does it follow that just because the Earth is flat, that means we automatically were designed by an intelligent creator? That makes no sense. If anything, the other way around would maybe arguably make more sense, because of how unbelievable it is for some reason that we live on a globe, that might follow that there's an intelligent creator that did that for whatever reason. It's like, why does it automatically follow that that's the case if the Earth is flat? It simply doesn't.
It's worse though that evolution and the shape of the Earth, they don't actually have anything really to do with each other. I mean, you could go, abiogenesis and the tides and the moon being closer those billions of years ago, and the more move of the water might have helped generate life and things like that. That's about it. That is about.
That's it.
We could still be in a giant terrarium, and life could have started.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've left food on the counter too long, and life started. So, you know. I've had things that I forgot in the fridge that came to life. So an intelligent creator is not necessary.
And there's the other question as well, that if they want to control us, okay, wouldn't saying the world is flat, it's a big dome, and there's God who's watching us all, everything we do, and if we don't do what the government says, because the government is God's official on Earth, we're going to burn in hell, and we can prove it because the world's flat.
Exactly. I mean, think about the Middle Ages. That's why we don't know a lot about the Dark Ages, because, you know, religion had such a stranglehold on everybody in the world. It was such an easy way to keep control of people. I mean, even today in parts of the world, like in the Middle East, and for flat earthers and religious people, they have a stranglehold on people still. So yeah, absolutely, I agree. It would have been a much easier way rather than, you know, the truth.
But they'll do the same arguments over and over, and this is what we'll find on all flat Earth videos. So after that stupid, let's have some fun. Colon. I can't remember what's next, but
I do hope it's something funny.
It should be. I'm sure I've idiot sandwich. Oh yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
7 seconds for food to pass from the mouth to the stomach. A human hair can hold 3 kilograms. The length of a penis is 3 times longer than the thumb. The femur is hard as concrete. A woman's heart beats faster than a man's. Women blink 2 times as much as men. We use 300 muscles just to keep our balance when we stand. And a woman has listened to all of this while a man is still looking at his thumb.
Pause. I really missed
It's
the
so
the end of that
fitting,
one.
isn't it? It's so fitting.
It's spot on.
Yeah.
So I noticed Steven's actually turned his cam off. He was probably looking at his thumb.
I had to get out the measuring tape, but I ran out of measuring tape. So,
wow.
So I have to ask in the chat, just put a 1 if you were looking at your thumb during that video. just so we can know. That'll be amusing.
Oh, wow.
something.
Oh, press 1.
Yeah.
There we go. They're going to come in now, 1s.
There you go, Limey, Christabel, Irish.
No, but 1.
The problem is I actually have 2 different thumbs because I had an accident when I was a kid, so I've got 2 different sizes. So which one do I use?
Well, it depends on how bad the accident was. If it affected something
Exactly.
else, then,
Yeah.
you know.
No, I need a thumb.
Insider in chat, can't write now, still measuring.
Nice.
Oh, God.
That one has to be included, that video. Perfect.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we could see what's coming up, so apologies. I didn't stop that in time, but I was laughing.
That's all right. So the
we go.
fisheye lens, Earth's fake curve, how a camera lens changes the world. Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, for fun.
Hollywood movies and TV shows, these wide-angle camera lenses are the only reason you'll ever witness curvature. It's the very reason why most people believe they have seen curvature. People send me links to endless amounts of videos shot with GoPros. This skydiving video, for instance.
Shot with a GoPro.
False curve. Here's a video from a balloon that was launched by a high school in South Carolina. Doesn't that seem like a bit much to you? Because at 120,000 plus feet, there is no curvature when you use a normal lens that's not distorted whatsoever. Another go-to video for people looking for curvature is the Felix Baumgartner Red Bull jump from 2012. People really believe that they are seeing a genuine curve here, but it's simply a fisheye lens. Otherwise,
Fuck's sake.
Somebody just give me a shotgun. I just want to show this guy Mage.
See, like, the thing about it is, with flat earthers, because they're so obsessed about, you know, the shape of the earth and stuff constantly, that they just assume that all of those cameras that are used are purely to display the curvature of the earth, when no, they're literally action cameras that are showing us the action. You know, like somebody jumping out of a fucking plane or somebody jumping out of a space balloon. It's like, we want to see that, so we're going to use an action camera. It's got nothing to do with the shape of the earth, because you don't need to prove it to the 99.99999% people who have more than one brain cell. So yeah, it's just, they just assume that that's what those cameras are for. Fucking ridiculous.
Want to get as wide a field of view as possible to show as much of the action and everything that's going on without missing anything, having to reposition cameras or anything like that. But as Conan was in chat, Mage, Mr. Sensible, a wide camera, a standard camera with minimal barrel distortion, a two straight lines reference edges on them. What did you say? Sorry, Colin.
90-degree field of view on the actual experimental camera.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, all to show, look, this is what actually happens when you go up. But
exactly.
You know, flat earthers don't do experiments like that. They go, oh,
no,
look,
of course not.
We can do this. And then everyone forgets like that Jerem proved that there was curve and obviously not about Bob, but still, as Bob Nodell's gyroscope is in my chat.
But Bob is a shill though, right? Because that's the easiest answer. It's like, Bob is like, oh, I just actually proved that it's a globe. And we go, well, chill.
It's the way most of them, when they come out with this shit, it's like, oh shit, it didn't work. How many of them do we reckon actually do experiments in the back or something like that and just can't get the results they want, so don't post them?
None, I would say, because they just don't need to do experiments because it's so much easier to just talk shit, and the morons that watch go, "Yep, that makes sense."
Yeah, they've got their research on YouTube. What do they need to do
Exactly.
experiments for?
They tell each other that the Earth is flat, which is research in their book.
Oh, there we go. Our flirts do perform experiments. Who can forget the egg in salt water?
Oh my fucking god!
I would have loved
Yeah.
to ask him, could you calculate the buoyancy of those eggs for me, please? How would you
Or just
work
calculate
that out?
anything?
Yeah, what is the density of that egg? And if you put two in there, what would be the density of the two of them together?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Had that argument many times. More stupid, or is we going to have a funny one?
This should be a funny one now. Another palate cleanser. As long as I've arranged them correctly.
Nice. Yeah, we're just coming up on 10 too, so we can probably get two more in.
Nice.
What is a trope
That's what she
in
said.
media that once you saw it, you could not unsee it?
Men can't beat women in a fight. In the Star Wars film The Force Awakens, Kylo Ren, a Sith Lord, fights Rey, a scavenger from Jakku. Now let's be real. She should have been beaten to a pulp. Adam Driver, who plays Kylo Ren, is a former US Marine. Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey, isn't. Despite this, she wins the day. And this trope appears everywhere. Filmmakers fear a feminist backlash. But their stories kind of suffer. The point is not to see women beaten down. It's to see them stand up again. Characters like Rey are supposed to be inspirational, but they inspire no one because perfection is unattainable. Instead of inspiring girls to achieve, just intimidates them with their failings. The plus sign for more common sense content.
Oh, I do like him. He raises good talking points.
He does.
Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah, it's a good talking point, but I'll just point out, right the hand.
And that lady that was recently fired from Disney. What's her name? Gina.
Oh yeah,
yes.
From the Star Wars thing, Mandalorian.
Yeah, like she would kick most dudes' ass. To
Hell
be fair,
Oh, yeah. The ex-MMA
but she's
as
an
well, isn't
exception,
she?
I think. Yeah, she was.
There will
Yeah,
always be exceptions to the rules. Like I won't
course.
get in a fight with Ronda Rousey.
no fucking way. She would eat you alive.
Oh, she could. I'd fucking let her.
Oh yeah.
But no, it does raise good talking points. And in films, how often do you see a bloke beat up a woman?
Rare.
Yeah. Also, there's one. Have you ever seen a woman get shot in the head in a film? And I can guarantee the answer. Oh, go on.
Other than maybe like World War II movies, like in I'm just trying to think if in Schindler's List someone gets shot in the head, but definitely I can't recall any action movies where that happens.
No.
Yeah.
You'll always find blokes will get shot in the head, but it's very, very, very rarely that a woman will get shot in the head. Dog Walker says Total Recall. Yeah, didn't she get shot in the forehead? Might have. Yes. But yeah.
That's very rare.
It is very rare. With the bloke, it's like, yeah, bang. It's like, oh, bloody movies. I want to just shoot everyone.
Oh, yeah, I remember it now because it was the new Total Recall. And it was the...
Oh, the new one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
We'll have to look
Not
through.
an old one, then.
Be a fun one to look through and compare. Kingsman 2 in the church. I think everything happened in Kingsman 2 in the church and Kingsman 1 in the
Everything got shot multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I have a vague memory of people getting shot in the balls in that one. It's like, ha, bang. Ah. Hey, Ugly German Truth has got us a top 10 movies tagged as woman shot in the forehead. Wild Justice provoked one of them, Vampire Stakes, Compelling Evidence, Harvesters, Welcome to Blood City, Silent Sam, Dear God No, and Feeder. Do you know what all those movies have got in common? I've never heard of a single fucking one of them.
Same.
Oh, right. I can't remember what the next video is. We've just got just enough time for this last one. I think there's...
Okie doke. I think there's maybe two left on here, but we'll be all right. Let's roll.
I'll make the list public after this.
They called it Operation Fishbowl, and it was to shoot missiles into space because they thought they had the power to finally break through the firmament. And actually what happens, if you read the rest of the article, these missiles would hit up at a certain altitude, and then light would shine all the way to the other hemisphere. And the reason that was is because they were hitting that glass, and the glass was reflecting it all the way across the sky.
The problem
it's
is
not some globe Earth where they're just trying. Why would they just shoot a missile in the air to see how high it can blow up?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and what's worse, a video like that wouldn't stay on YouTube for
with
long.
Rubber bands, like they're doing it for a reason, and they called it Operation Fishbowl for a reason.
TikTok, it's full of this sort of shit, vaccine shit,
Dominic,
loads
from the
of
late Roman
spiritualism
Italic name
shit.
Dominicus, and it means belonging
I
to God.
hate TikTok.
And then that
I
word
fucking
chama
hate it.
is a fixed, massive, irregular, inequivalent shell. So they originally called it the shell belonging to God, but then they just termed it.
What's the one I heard someone put on Twitter the other day? They went, "Oh, I think all the craters in the moon are just the moon's a reflection of the dome, and the craters that we see are for Operation Fishbowl from all the explosions."
Oh, for fuck's sake!
How do you have like depictions of the moon before that have got craters in? Then,
yeah,
I'm showing them a picture. No sort of response.
Oh my god!
But yeah. So this is why TikTok is mental.
I hate TikTok so much, man. It's
I
just
hate it now. Oh, we lost.
Oh, is he broke?
And she. What's that?
You just wrote.
Okay, you're back now.
Oh, okay. Like my niece is like 8 and she's obsessed with TikTok. And I was saying to my brother, I was like, dude, like the amount of manipulation that's done on TikTok, they like all social media does it, and we are absolutely 100% the product for social media enterprises. But TikTok, the engineering, the human engineering, I guess, that's involved in how TikTok works is terrifying. It is terrifying. The amount of data harvesting that goes on. Like, you know, you get these, like, I just think it's boring because everybody's doing the same dances and the same music and all this shit on TikTok. And, you know, people go, it's harmless. It's people just having fun. It's like, no, that is an incredible data mine and it's a terrible idea. But, yeah, people are just obsessed with it. It was the same with there was another one like TikTok before and it didn't last very long.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
Yeah,
maybe, yeah. And it was the same thing, the amount of data harvesting. Like my mom, she shares these, you know, copy and paste this on your Facebook. I'm like, Mom, please stop sharing that shit. It's data mining. Stop it. She's like, oh, well, it can't hurt. It's like, it literally does. So stop. To just, you know, boomers.
They are annoying. Colon said, one more palate cleanse before we go to finish off.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think we need it after that.
All you little men who are so happy about your little fat dad bod, you might want to get rid of it.
Newsflash, sir. Women care about more than looks. You've bought into the male equivalent of the Cosmo culture. You think they're obsessed with hair and makeup, and you're obsessed with reps and protein. Nothing wrong with keeping in shape. Nothing wrong with increasing strength and stamina. Somehow I don't think you have either. A stiff breeze might blow you over. Men like you might look good naked, and you might be entertaining for a time, but if she's looking for a long-term deal, she might pass you by. All that time you spent in the gym, you could have spent on a sofa, with a pizza, and a girlfriend. After all, if men spend that much time thinking about themselves, they can't be thinking about their women. Hit the plus sign for more common sense content.
I'm with him there, man.
Oh, hell yeah. This quite like this bloke. He's good.
Despite what people might think, I do go to the gym quite a lot. Because, you know, again, you know, being an international sex god, you do need to keep your stamina and strength up. But what I find is the guys, friends of mine, like real gym junkies, they kind of only care what other dudes think about their muscles. And, you know, they kind of go, oh, dude, your chest is looking pretty solid today, dude. I've never had a lady come up to me and go, your chest is looking solid. To be fair, my chest never looks solid, but like, you know, it's never the ladies that are going up saying it to them. it's always other dudes. I'm like, hey, look, if that's what you're doing it for, like that, you go you, buddy. But I don't give a shit, and like my missus doesn't give a shit. I'd much rather spend time, doing the downstairs mix up rather than fucking around at the gym with a bunch of other dudes.
Oh hell yeah!
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And let's be fair, having a belly, it's always good for one thing. It's a good place for someone to rest their head as a pillow, snuggles, and just chilling out.
Exactly.
On the sofa. N. O'Hara just in chat. I'm in a good shape. It's a round shape. It's still a shape. It's still a shape.
I've got the body of a god, Buddha.
Yes. Well, I think on that note, we've hit 9 o'clock. We've had a bit of fun here. Irish Demon, thank you very much for joining us. I know it's been very early for you, and it's been a good laugh. We never even really talked about the Globe tour, so we'll have to get some time together that's more
you,
and I'll come and join when you've got your afternoon streams in the UK time.
Sounds good.
I'm quite happy. Just send me a message anytime you want.
Awesome.
Colon, thank you for running the stream as always. All being well, we should have Rider of Dinosaurs next week for the show, so that'll be a good laugh. And on that note, I think we'll do a big Del Cow no, and Colin can press the end button. A 1, 2, 3. No.